Hey everyone, Alex Bennett here, Director of Athletic Performance at the PGA Tour Performance Center at TBC Sawgrass. Today I'm going to take you through a full dumbbell routine, full body dumbbell routine. It's not going to be your typical strength training. It's definitely going to be strength training geared towards becoming a better athlete, becoming a better rotational athlete, whether it's golf, tennis, baseball, whatever it may be. These are moves that are going to help you build a strong foundation that's going to translate to your sport. If you're a member of the site, make sure you go through the foundational protocol before going through this routine. We're going to jump right into it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I love starting with a posterior move, especially that involves torso stability. First thing, especially if you're coming out of the warm-up or you're coming from work, you're coming from your sport, whatever it may be, it's always good to fire up that posterior chain, get that torso stable before we go into some of our more challenging moves. This move is definitely challenging. If you follow me for a while on Instagram or YouTube, either one, you know this is one of my favorite moves, is a bird dog row. We're going to do 4 sets, 8 reps. The key here is not to pick a weight that is too heavy, okay? We wanna make sure it's in that sweet spot where it's not too light, where our stability's all messed up, and it's not too heavy, where we just can't row it up and keep our opposite leg up in the air as well. So we're just gonna get that right knee on the bench. We're gonna bring this left leg up, drop the weight, core is engaged. We're staying stable as we row, we're not rotating. And this foot's not, going up and down as we go. Just keeping it stable. Good. Then we're gonna switch sides here. Same thing. Get that core engaged, get that leg up, feel this glute. We're gonna drop that weight. Take it nice and slow. Make sure that bench you're using is stable. Now I'm also gonna show you a variation you can do without the bench. So now I'm gonna use the same weight for this. You might have to use a little less weight. This is also a great move if you wanna make it a little more challenging. If you wanna do 3 or 4 sets of that, then go into 3, 4 sets of this. So we're gonna go into what we think is an RDL. Obviously you see balance is tough. And then we're gonna row. You're gonna see which side is more stable quickly. Now both sides are important. But I've had a bunch of injuries on that left leg, left ankle, left knee, history of playing basketball, hockey. As you can see, it was less stable, but doing things like this definitely help counteract that instability, help correct it as well so it doesn't affect me in my sport just as much. Now we're on to a push. So now we're gonna go into an alternating press, but our knees are gonna be up. We're gonna do 16 total reps, so that's 8 on each side. We're gonna do 4 sets here as well. We're gonna really stick with that 4x8. It's a good strength building. We're also getting some endurance, but we're working on a lot of stability, so we're not in that 3 to 5 rep range during this workout. I certainly have workouts here on YouTube that are more in that range, more based on building just strength. But here we're working really on that foundation while building strength upon that foundation. So knees, legs are 90 degrees. I'm gonna drop it down. You're gonna feel that core, you're really having to stay stable. You can't go too quick either, so you gotta really pick a good weight that you're able to cruise through while keeping that core stable. We don't wanna see those legs drifting side to side. I totally lost count. Now, whatever your max, or close to max, I should say, dumbbell bench press would be, I would almost cut that almost in half and give this move a try, and then you can work your way up from there. But start with that, 4 sets, 8 reps. All right, so this move, we're gonna do a split squat, 1 dumbbell, same thing, 4 sets, 8 reps. I really like this move, really helps balance the obliques, balance hip strength, also works on these QLs, these 2 small muscles here that are responsible for a lot of your back pain, and they're usually responsible for a lot of back pain because they're weak or they're imbalanced or a bit of both. So this is a great move because we're working a lot of things, Keep those shoulders square. Don't be like this. Obviously, don't let that hip hike. We're just dropping down. We're going 8 reps. You're gonna feel a lot of glute. There can be a little bit of a forward lean there with the spine angle as well. We're gonna switch. Once again, working that strength, working the stability, and working those imbalances. Take a little break in between sets, nothing more than 3 minutes, right around that 2-minute range is good. All right, so now we're gonna take a lighter dumbbell. We're actually going to drop it down, and as we drive up with the single leg, we're gonna drive that dumbbell up. We're really working that oblique sling. We're still working that glute medius, working on stabilizing that hip as we load and as we unload, just as we would in our golf swing. Don't do what I just did and try to flip that weight to yourself and then miss. That would have been bad. So arms are out. You're gonna drop this down and up. Keep that core engaged. Keep the center of the chest over this knee. You're gonna feel quite a bit of core, quite a bit of glute. Good, now that side is my natural side that I load and unload. This left side might be a little different. Just keep that core engaged. And same thing, 4 sets, 8 reps. So this next move, we're not gonna go too heavy. There's definitely videos of people going really heavy with this move, and if you're capable of it, if you have a lot of experience with weightlifting and overhead especially, then maybe you can. If not, go light. This is more about sequencing, driving power from the ground up, slight rotation, and a lot of shoulder stability. If you have a lot of pain, if you do anything overhead, just skip this move, go to the next move. You need to see a professional that specializes in corrective exercise science, things like that. They can properly assess your shoulders, properly assess your scapular mobility, your shoulder stability, and maybe give you a routine. I definitely have routines that will help you with this, but this is something, if you have a lot of pain when you're doing something, it's always better to see someone hands-on that can take a look at it in person, see it, assess assess your strength at the end of ranges of motion in your shoulder, because that's what we really want to see. That's what we do here. That's what any professional worth their money is going to do. But like I said, if you're able to do it, this is a great move to get a little bit better sequencing, a little bit of shoulder stability. We're going to start with that palm, the back of the palm facing out, and you're just going to squat down, and we're going to drive up, slowly come back down. Keep that core engaged. I don't want to see a ton of rib flare, especially as we lift. We're going to switch. Now, I like that palm facing out because it limits the rotation in the shoulder. That's where people get a lot of trouble. That's where a lot of injuries happen. So keep that back of the palm facing out. So as soon as we turn, we're just pressing. There's none of this, no rotation. We're not getting it behind us. We're not getting it too far out in front of us. Nice and smooth, drive up, keep this engaged. 4 sets, 8 reps. So obviously triceps play a key role in the golf swing. Your arms are your lead lever when it comes to your swing, when it comes to your club and your swing. So if you want swing speed, we want strong arms, okay? So we're gonna start with some tricep extensions. We're gonna get those knees up, involve the core a little bit, keep our spine angle honest. And we're just gonna drop these down below the ears and then back up. Keep that core tight. Should be a bit of a core exercise. Control it coming down, don't let it just fall. Good. Now we're off to a little bit of a dumbbell curl variation. So we're gonna go a little bit of a golf posture, single leg. We're gonna curl up, twist, slow coming down. This is really good if you struggle with golfer's elbow, but really good for grip strength, forearm strength, which are all key to stabilizing that club head. We're gonna do 5 on this leg, and then 5 on the other leg. Slow coming down. And once again, you're gonna probably have to pick a little less weight than you normally do dumbbell curls with, but it'll be worth it. Build your way up. You'll see your dumbbell curls actually go up to that forearm strength. That rotation at the top is so critical. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If I sound a little gassed during that video, I definitely was. My whole household has been under the weather for the last week, so I was certainly a little more gassed than I expected during that video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like always, if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to get around to them. Thanks again, guys, for watching.